Yo, what's going on? Sean Mormelo here. Once again. So it's Sunday. I'm about to start in a little while, about an hour, my 5th gig since Friday. I did 2 7 hours of playing on Friday, 2 gigs on Saturday. It was 6 hours, and I'm doing a 4-hour gig today. I don't recommend it. Before the shutdown of everything, including my gigging life, 2020, I regularly did this kind of thing insanely. And I don't know how I did it, I just powered through it. And I just powered through this weekend as well, but it wasn't as easy. My voice is fine. It was mainly my hand and my arm, up my neck. And to top it off, my main gigging guitar is in the shop getting refretted and getting ready to go, probably forever. Stainless steel frets and bone saddle and a new nut. That should be good to go, other than probably the inevitable electronics failure every year or two from the salt air. So I'm playing my Taylor 714 CE, which is my tried and true gig guitar for almost 20 years, about 15 years solid for sure. I gigged with it full time, and probably got about 3,000 gigs on it, at least 2,500. But I hadn't played it in 2 years. It needed a new. The jack failed. Like my first gig, I had to get a new jack done really quick. The controls for the pickup system like fell off inside the guitar. That guitar's going in next to be refretted, stainless steel frets. But also the action was really high on it, which it normally played like butter. That guitar has had 4 full fret jobs and about a half a fret job on it in those 15 solid hard years of playing it live. And I was more than 15, probably like 17 years of gigging with that guitar regularly, full time. And then I got this stage guitar a couple of years ago to play, so I wouldn't just keep destroying the Taylor. Taylor needs some work. Debating on what I'm going to do to it. I know I'm going to do all the fret work and get the electronics all fixed and stuff like that, but it's got some peeling urethane on the back, and it needs a little bit of woodwork here and there and stuff, but we'll see what I do to it. I'm keeping that guitar the rest of my life, though. The stainless steel frets are good because you won't need to redo them for like 15 or 20 years. They're so hard. And some people don't like it. Some people like softer frets. I like stainless steel frets. I'm going to have stainless steel on all my guitars. I'm getting my 2 electric guitars, actually 3 electric guitars, all refretted with stainless steel as well as time goes on. It's about $450, and there's a local place that here has a clecking machine, which is like a computer assisted, micrometer assisted fret leveling machine. It's like $100,000, and it's the most consistent fret job you'll ever have. So I'm going to utilize that while I'm still here. It's not cheap though. I'm putting in probably $600 or $700 to this cheap Takamine guitar that was only $500 new, but it's how I make my living. That's neither here nor there, but it's just a lot of work. There is work right now. I feel blessed that there's work. There's more work out there if you want to go get it. I'm very choosy about my work right now. Although I'm heading to Hollywood Beach, which is about an hour and 10 minutes, driving like 70 or 74 from where I live in Florida. That's typically about the limit of distance I want to drive for a gig. And I don't like driving south because I flat out don't like it south of where I live. I don't like this area. It's too built up. It's too crowded. But, doing what we got to do now. There's definitely gigs here. For me, there's always been gigs anywhere I've lived. So I really don't think, like I said, if you put in the work and you do the work and you get good at what you do, no matter where you live, you can gig. And you could make it a full-time thing. depending on how far you want to travel. If you live in Bozeman, Montana, I'm sure there's plenty of downtown places that have gigs and stuff. Now, we can't control politics. We can't control how local leaders react to perceived crises. And I don't want to get too political, but I'm just going to say this. You know, I'm really into the Constitution, really into history, things like that. And if you read the Constitution and or the Bill of Rights, doesn't restrain only the government. It's ridiculous for them to push the lie that only the government can be restrained. Like, but a private individual, they can violate your free speech. They can violate, your Second Amendment. They can violate your Third Amendment or Fourth Amendment. It's ridiculous. No one can violate anything in the Bill of Rights. Leastwise, a corporation. So, we've got major problems right now going on. So that's the one caveat, the one fly in the ointment, so to speak. When you don't have control of your own destiny, it really throws you for a loop. I never really thought I'd see the day. I knew in the abstract it was out there, it was a possibility, but the fact that we did see that last year and we continue to see it, and there's threats of that continuing to happen, people's livelihoods going away, and it's scary out there. But all I can say is try to be as self-sufficient as you can. I'll never work at a job where they try to mandate any kind of experimental gene therapy, mRNA experimental thing. They can't tell you to do that. That violates the Nuremberg Code. That violates HIPAA laws. That violates the Constitution. And you healthcare workers out there, whatever, you should all strike en masse. If they try this, they can't fire everybody. Let them do it. Let them try. It's amazing how fast that we are slipping into despotism. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. I would quit any gig that tried to mandate any kind of insanity like that. Anyway, we're living in insane times. The only thing I can say is music will keep you sane. Play music. If you want to make a living out there, it's totally doable. Just hit me up. Let me know. I'll tell you exactly what to do. I keep saying I'm going to put a song list up, and I keep trying to figure out how I'm going to do that, because everybody's idea of a song list is going to be different. But I'm just going to put out my idea of a song list. That's going to come out this week. That's going to be in my studio. I'm going to go over it in depth. But anyway, this is Sean, heading to my 5th gig. This is my biggest week of the month. I have a fairly mellow rest of the month, actually, and I'm fine with it because my Journey band is going away over the Labor Day weekend. We're headlining a huge festival in North Carolina called Matthews Live outside of Charlotte, and that's continuumtribute.com. That's been fun. Like I said, we've been on the cusp of working up a Toto tribute as well, which I put on hold because if all venues were stopping entertainment, and all of our gigs were canceled last year, and what's the use? It's kind of a pullback, wait and see situation. I'm cautiously optimistic. It looks like we're dividing along the governmental power political lines. That doesn't mean all the people in the state agree with it, but it looks like the states that align with tyranny and authoritarianism are going to just mandate these things extra constitutionally, and if people don't stand up, they're just going to continue to ramp that up and do whatever they want. And then it looks like places like I live in Florida and other places, are intelligently not going to do that. And it remains to be seen if the citizenry has any spine to stand up to that. So anyway, I'm still cautious on the work. I'm taking the work while it's here. And all I can say is you guys should do the same. But anyway, this is Sean Mormelo. Thanks for checking out what I have to say. Please like and subscribe, and comment if you have anything to say, positive or negative. It doesn't matter to me, really. I can take criticism for sure. I have my opinions. Everybody else has their opinions, but Heading to my 5th gig in 3 days. I don't recommend it. Like I said, I'm beat up pretty bad. A couple aspirins, anti-inflammatory. It'll get you through as well. And I also tuned my guitar down because, like, I don't know what happened. The action is at least twice as high as it should be. And then the guy who fixed my jack took the liberty, you know, nice guy, of restringing it. And I use extra light strings, which barely anybody uses. But when you play as much as me over all these years, you need a really light, easy playing guitar. And so I use 10s on acoustic. I would use 9s if I could. But he put on heavier strings just because I guess he maybe thought, well, because most people use heavier strings. So, you know, I get fatigued if I start pressing really hard. You know, some repetitive hand issues I'm always having to do. I mean, can you see? I have a massive, you can't see it. I got a massive hematoma here from massage and bodywork that you have to do to keep yourself, you know, in good condition. I have this this company So Right. I have this thing working on my neck, you know, doing some trigger point stuff to my shoulder, my arm, playing. So, you know, I guess I'm blessed to have these problems, but I've made videos on that. You definitely have to keep yourself in good condition. So I'm off on a tangent. It's your show, Mormelo. I'm gonna sign off. So hit this gig, and then I'm gonna do nothing till next Friday, except for a lot of things in my personal life. All right, talk to you soon. Bye.